Hi, my name's Tim Cosby, and I'm often asked when people buy a puppy, how do I get the puppy started and finish him? There's one thing for sure. If you don't have squirrels, you'll never train a squirrel dog. So I start out with a puppy with a hide, and you can overdo this. There's there's people that actually train their dogs to expect them to bring them a squirrel hide to play with so they don't look for a squirrel. So I do it just enough to familiarize them with the scent of a squirrel and to get them to bark up a little bit. One thing you never want to do is reward him unless he's barking up a tree. Pull that squirrel hide up a tree. If he doesn't bark, don't give it to him. If he barks, drop it down and let him gnaw on it a little bit. When you get through with him, always leave that squirrel hide high enough in that tree that that dog knows he can't get it, because you don't want him to start running the tree. In fact, when you put it in the tree, always put it high enough that that puppy can't run up and get it, or he'll just start running the tree and he won't bark. If you'll put it up in the tree, it may not be the first time or the 10th time, but if he's got tree dog in him, he's going to start barking. So where do we go from there? Well, one thing you can do is put you some feeders up to have squirrels around, live squirrels. One thing you don't want to do is put your feeder on a tree. If you put your feeder on a tree, squirrel will come down the tree, feed, and go out the tree. If you put it on a post about 15 feet away from a tree, squirrel's got to get on the ground and go to the feeder and feed, and then when he jumps off the feeder to run to the tree, the puppy can chase him and see him. If you put it on the tree, the puppy will never see the squirrel. So it's real important. If I walking a puppy and trying to get him on a squirrel, I'll usually put a feeder under the heel or around the curve, so that puppy runs around that curve or over that heel on that feeder before the squirrel has time to get gone, and then the puppy gets to see him. And I know a lot of people have trained dogs that way that have never had any prior experience training dogs. It just gets them to see game. It puts game where they can find it.